Hi, I'm Joey Only the Caribou Weather Dude. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about weather and show you wilderness stuff and all that kind of things. I got my NASA hat on today because the James Webb Space Telescope launched into outer space. We won't see any images from it until June because it's a very complicated satellite. It's going to take a long time for it to unfurl itself, but it's a very exciting day in the world of science. But it's also a really exciting day in the world of extreme weather. Minus 51 temperature found in Rabbit, Kettle, Northwest Territories today. That's the first time since 1998. So let's get to the big question in a minute, which is how long is this really cold weather going to stick around for? Well, I mean, we're going to see colder than what would be considered seasonal probably for the next 2 weeks in most of British Columbia. But the good news is that this extreme weather we're in right now probably won't last that long, so we can talk about that in a minute. It's been minus 40 in Prince George this morning. Tammy Church, the Duke, shows an image from her thermometer in Prince George this morning of minus 40. Excellent. Really cold stuff. Alex Nagel out in Nimpo Lake, BC, he's got a thermometer that says minus 46. That's close to Anaheim Lake. So congratulations to all of you in Western Canada. Prince George being 7th coldest place at one point this morning in the world. Watson Lake, Yukon Territory hit minus 48. Lindbergh Landing, North Territories, 44.9. Yatoos, Russia, 43 below. Dease Lake, 42. That's in British Columbia. Fort Nelson in British Columbia, minus 41. Uranium City, Saskatchewan, 39.6. Prince George, 39. We know that Prince George did hit 40. We know that Rabbit, Kettle hit 51 below. That's nearing 60 Fahrenheit below zero for those of you who are listening and watching from the United States. So congratulations. You should all be proud of yourself for living through another awful weather event that you heard about right here first on my channel or on Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers if you're on my Facebook group. Kelly Piper from Vanderhoof yesterday was showing images, minus 44, something like that, showing 45. People were saying, and definitely seen someone, Rachel McCarricker, reported from north of Fort St. James this morning, minus 43. So this extreme cold is continuing, even down in Springhouse. We see 28.4 below zero, thanks to Monica Peterson's post. Alan Downey, who's also from Springhouse, and a friend of hers, has minus 27. So local conditions are varying a little bit because we get these things called inversions where the cold air tends to sink right down to the lowest place. So I heard in Baker Creek, outside Quesnel this morning, minus 40. It's definitely one of the lower elevations in the whole area. Here at 4,000 feet in Wells, my thermometer says right now at 10:30, minus 36. So perhaps a little bit of that influence is some of the warmer air that's left. If there's anything that's warm, is going to rise up. And sometimes us in the mountains actually have a warmer experience. Whereas generally throughout the year, we live in a colder place than you do. Sometimes in these extreme cold snaps, I'll see Quesnel will be minus 40 and we'll be minus 35 or something like that. So that's the temperature inversions. Martina J. William always has some really cold ones out in Puncie Mountain, British Columbia. She's expecting minus 43 tonight. She posted on Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers. Here's a pretty good looking new jacket. Frankie McDonald, he just got a brand new winter jacket for Christmas 2021. It's good to see you wearing a nice new jacket, handsome Frankie. If you were here in British Columbia, you'd probably need 2 of those. So the good news, even looking at, say, the 2-week forecast in Wells, BC here, by Thursday, we start to come up to the bottom end of seasonal. It's still going to be quite cold, though. Seasonal would be this bottom line, and the top line being above seasonal once you cross that. So we're just touching the bottom of seasonal, but we're going to get out of that sub-minus 30s consistent temperatures that we're seeing right now. It won't last all that long. You look at the BC Bad Weather Battle Board. Well, it's the Western Canada Bad Weather Battle Board, and it's all because of cold. Extreme cold, extreme cold, extreme cold, extreme cold, all across the board, even in BC. Where I am in the Caribou, prolonged period of very cold wind chills is continuing now on Monday morning. This bitterly cold air mass settles over British Columbia. Northerly winds combined with overnight lows in the minus 30s will generate extreme wind chill values of at least minus 40. Conditions will slightly moderate during the day into the minus 30s. However, extreme wind chill values of at least minus 40 will return in the evenings. That's entirely believable because we've seen now just dead temperatures of minus 40, not even wind chill related. Extreme cold puts everyone at risk. So the good news is we're going to start seeing a little slight climb in the next number of days. We can kind of look at windy.com and get an idea of this. So first we'll just have a look at temperatures. And we all know that purple is extreme. We'll put the the dot right here in the middle of BC. Just look at temperatures across the board. So definitely Sunday night, Monday morning looking to be the coldest, the absolute coldest that we're going to see. We do have some low pressure bubbles though trying to form already up near Alaska, and that's going to be a big help for us coming up later this week. Monday, 7 a.m., minus 37, minus 36 Williams Lake, minus 23 Vernon. A skiff of snow comes through Monday, 5 p.m. That's going to help bring the temperatures up a little bit, at least on the ECMWF model, the European model. So very brutally cold Monday. Tuesday, 5 a.m. Seeing signs north of us that cold is abating a little bit. And that's because of low pressure that's going to start forming up here in the Gulf of Alaska overnight Tuesday. Slight precipitation in southeast BC Tuesday. That high pressure still sitting right in the central part of British Columbia. Extreme cold. But Wednesday 7 a.m. that's when this next round of snowfall is going to actually start. And that next round of snowfall is going to help moderate those temperatures. We see that low pressure system now sitting, it's only 998 millibars possibly, but it's right over Juneau, Alaska. Temperatures starting to come up there. It's Wednesday, 8 p.m. and it's only minus 19 or so, minus 18 in Williams Lake. Hey, that's an improvement. And that low is going to start tracking into British Columbia. We'll look at precipitation here in a minute. But as you see, from here on in, we sort of sit on the outside edge of that extreme cold air mass. Looking at Saturday, 9 a.m., only minus 14. Sunday, 12 p.m., minus 12 in that central part of the interior. So that's just an example of a temperature you might see. It's going to vary depending on your elevation, depending on your local conditions. We see really strong low pressure now stuck off the coast of Alaska. We're definitely getting a bit of a pattern change, and it's definitely going to, you're going to still see moments of extreme cold, and we're going to be below seasonal, and we know seasonal in January is cold. That's what it is. So go back to Wednesday the 29th of December, 4 a.m. See that snowfall starting to pick itself up in the Yukon Territory, moving itself down into northern British Columbia. By 12 p.m. that day, it's already in most of northern BC. By 5 p.m., starting to touch Williams Lake. So we're just looking at Wednesday, 9 p.m. right now, 29th of December, 4.5 centimeters over the course of 3 hours in Quesnel, between Prince George and Quesnel. See some of the heavier snow actually right in that central interior. But big snow is going to come in the next few days to parts of Alaska. Seattle getting snow Thursday 9 a.m. Lots of BC seeing it. Patches without it, but by and large snow. By Thursday 10 p.m. that starts to move out. BC getting some of that high pressure again. That's sitting up, say, at high level. Alberta minus 37 at that time. Friday 7 a.m. Now is when you're going to start to see this next real big wave, an atmospheric river coming to the north coast. We'll just here at 3 p.m. that low pressure right off the coast of Alaska, deepening by 7 p.m., 8 p.m. You see there's a lot of moisture pulling from a long distance, sitting up between these two high pressure systems, way out there north of Hawaii. That's your Tropical Express, your Pineapple Express, your Hawaiian Special. And look at some of the crazy snowfalls that's going to happen because of this. Parts of the Alaska Panhandle. Here we go. Friday at 2 a.m., 33 centimeters in some of those mountains there. You're looking at 10 centimeters an hour. Extreme snowfall. Our friends in Alaska are going to get dumped on. Terrace just north of. Oh, here you go. Same thing. 20 centimeters over the course of 3 hours. North Coast Mountains. That starts to move south. All Coast Mountains getting just dumped on. And that's not the only place. See some pretty good snowfall in the Pine Pass. I mean, nothing comparable yet. When you look over to the North Shore Mountains, Whistler again getting big snowfalls. Man, out by Bella Coola and the passes there. Absolute dumps coming Saturday, 7 p.m. Maybe a little bit of rain in there too in the lower mainland. 36 centimeters. Wow. North end of Harrison Lake, looking at 35, 36, 37, 38 centimeters over the course of 3 hours. Unbelievable snowfalls. That's what's projected for Sunday, 5 a.m. That heaviest bout of it making its way into the Highway 3 corridor. Highway 3 looking like Sunday is going to be a snowy day. Down by trail next Sunday, heavy snowfall, province-wide. Next week Sunday, be ready to dig. The 3rd of January. So that snow is going to help us keep out of the extreme cold. Thank goodness for the snow. Isn't that awesome? Look at this snow. So much of it. It's going to be a big snow year. I mean, I'm calling that. It already is. Getting back into this pattern of extreme snow. Pretty nice stuff. So, thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I like it when people hit that subscribe. There's a little bell next to it. If you hit that, it notifies you when I make a brand new video. If you put the thumbs up, that's really sweet too. I totally appreciate you all. Thanks for putting up with the advertisement at the beginning. That's going to help fund my channel. I appreciate it. I do have expenses too. So, stay warm, stay safe,